We refer to corporations as a legal person, not as a natural person. The law makes a distinction between legal persons and natural persons. And we say that the corporation is a legal person that enjoys legal personality, the right to sue and to be sued, the right to hold property, and function in many ways, not in all ways, similar to that to a natural person. So this legal fiction that separates the artificial legal person, namely a corporation, and the natural person, was intended to mobilize capital at a larger scale and undertake economic activity, with liability attaching only to the corporation as a legal person and not to the individuals who are operating that business using the legal form of a corporation. And so, as you know, the idea of limited liability was introduced through the vehicle of a corporation. And that has been useful. That has allowed people to invest without having to be exposed to personal liability. And the certainty provided by limited legal liability has been a positive influence in mobilizing large scales of capital, undoubtedly. However, extending that to criminal liability and tortious liability in many circumstances, not in all circumstances, may be very problematic, because you are you are pretending that the wrong was done by a company. The wrong was done by people, not by a company. They were just operating through a legal fiction called a company. But these were real, live, real, flesh and blood, warm-bodied individuals who made decisions on establishing this plant here, on putting dangerous technology, on saving costs by not putting in safety measures, by removing safety measures, and simple actions which could have saved lives, by locating such a dangerous factory in the middle of a very populated poor slum. So this was not made by any company. This was made by individuals. And so when it comes to holding them accountable, I think we cannot allow these individuals who made these decisions to escape liability simply because they created on a piece of paper a legal fiction called a company, and whatever the decisions they took, they took in the name of that company. So I think we ought to we ought to recognize that these are all real people who made criminal decisions, and they must be held criminally liable for that.